Okay, so we're recording now. And Dr. Bridges, thanks for joining me today. Um, what we're going to go over today is in the use of GoAnimate as something that you can use in your courses to help enhance student interactivity and really creativity. Um, the first step in using GoAnimate is learning how to create an avatar, which is basically just an animated version of yourself or another character. So in doing that, we'll start with this first step today, creating your avatar, and you can kind of see our general outline of what we'll go over. But today we're going to go over how to navigate to the character creator, which is just an area inside of certain themed areas, which I'll make more sense here in a second. The character environment in themed areas show you the different ones that exist, and then highlight two of those themed areas, Comedy World and Anime, which are two of the richer areas to create inside of. And then finally, we'll talk about, once you've created a character, how you actually use it. And if at any time you have any questions or anything, feel free to interject, and obviously I'll open up for questions at the end too. But if something comes to mind, just feel free to throw it out there. So let me go ahead and get rid of this screen here. So to get to GoAnimate, Trevecca has their own login page, and if you're wanting to use GoAnimate yourself for something you would like to create, we can make an account for you. But this is what the login page looks like for our GoAnimate account. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. Okay, so we have just logged into GoAnimate, and the first thing we're going to do to get to the character creator is click the Make a Video button up here in the right-hand corner at the top. And even though you may not be wanting to make a video, you click that to kind of get to the character creation area. So to basically tell you which themes, or I guess you can consider them worlds too, but which themes allow you to create a particular character or a custom character. If you hover over each one, any theme that has this icon, so the little head with the plus sign, that's a character creator. So anyone that you hover over and shows you that icon lets you know those are worlds that allow you to create a custom character. So not all of them allow you to do that, unfortunately. But Comedy World does. This one called Little Peeps does. They have some great names too, by the way. Chibi Peeps, again, not sure where that name comes from, allows you to do it. And then Anime. So those are areas where you can create a custom character. So in these themes, they'll all have specific characteristics that are unique to those worlds. So Comedy World has full body people that are more of your traditional type of animated look that you would see in a cartoon. Some of these just have feet and body, like Little Peeps does. Chibi Peeps, kind of same thing, more stylized, but just kind of has segmented body parts, maybe no arms. Anime, of course, that'll look familiar to most people, and it's, again, very stylized, all very sort of slender people, but very rich and has a unique look. So when it's something that I'm doing, I tend to either use Comedy World or Anime, just because they've got a lot of room to work and create. So let's just say we were going to create a character. How would we do that? So when we're ready to create one and we've selected, what we want our basic look to be as far as the theme, you'll click the Character Creator button. And that will basically load any custom character that you've created in the past. So all of these have been created by my account. So they'll show up there, and there's a button there if you wanted to make, an identical copy of something and maybe start tweaking again from there. Sometimes you want to create something that looks similar but not have to start from scratch, or you can't really remember the details of the sizing of certain things. So that kind of allows you to have an easier jumping off point if you make a copy. So if we want to create something from scratch, up here at the top of this section, there's a plus sign, and if you click there, it will open up this area and basically allow you to create using 4 body types. And I'll just preface this by saying Lemetrius and other schools that use this program have given GoAnimate feedback to let them know that slender man, slender lady, big person, and then buff person are kind of limited in their ability. Not everybody fits in those 4 categories. So we've given them feedback on that. But so if you're just trying to create a character and you don't mind putting them in one of these 4 categories, I'm going to click this first one that's normal sized man, and it will load a special area here where basically you have these categories at the top that will go over all of the characteristics that your custom character will have. So in this first one, this will control his upper body and the clothing that he's wearing. So you can click any of these, and in real time you'll see over here in the preview window, you'll get an instantaneous sort of view of what it'll look like. So if we're wanting him to wear a suit with a bow tie, we've got suit with regular tie, but suit with a bow tie, we can click there. Now again, we've also given them feedback that for some characters the clothing is a little bit limited, or certain things are limited, and that a bigger library of things to use would be nice. So I'm sure they're working on that. So once we've got something like this suit and tie combo picked, right underneath you'll be able to change the color. So usually your top piece will be the larger part of the garment, and then the lower color selection piece will be more of the accent piece, or in this case the tie. So we'll go ahead and make his tie black, and make his jacket black as well. We'll go traditional suit there. So that looks okay to me. So we'll go back up here to the top and go to the next category, which is his lower half. And as you can see, it's a pretty limited library of things to choose from, but you can make a lot of these work. So so to match his upper half, we'll go ahead and make that his pants, and go ahead and make these black as well. We'll just go for the traditional tux look. Oh, and sorry, I selected the lower half. These are his shoes. So if we wanted to change those, make those black as well. And his pants we'll make black. It's a lot of black, but it's a tux, so we'll go with it. Okay, so that looks good to me. So we'll go next to his face, or his head shape, I should say. So you've got quite a few to choose from, and again, these will change in real time when you click on them over on the side. So let's give him a pretty strong chin there. We'll do that. And then also his skin color, you can change down here at the bottom. And it'll always have, as you've noticed with some of the other things, I'm sure, there's sort of some pre-selected colors. But when you click the in dot with the drop-down menu, it will open up a full selection of colors that you can go through. I tend to get in trouble if I go too wild on the colors as far as getting back to what's an actual worldly skin color. So I just try to stay with the preloaded ones, so I don't make him look purple or something weird. That's even pretty weird. So I'll just leave it on that color there. All right, back at the top, we'll go next to hair. And this is going to include female and male hair. Some of these, as you can see, have hats on them. So there's quite a bit to choose from. And again, these will be previewed live over on the side. So let's go with what my hair would kind of look like, which is that. Yeah, because I'm don't have much up there, so we'll go with that. And again, we can change hair color over here if you want to do that. The bottom, let's see what that is. Oh, bottom would be if they're wearing like a headband or a hat or something like that. It would be the color for that. And Dr. Bridges, yes, where is bald? You can either choose some of those closely buzzed heads, but if you select the sort of circle X selection here, it'll just get rid of all the hair altogether. And actually, we'll just go with that. That's a little bit easier and closer to what I've got going on. So, so yeah, you would click this button to get rid of all hair. All right, so next category. This will be facial hair. And again, if you don't want any, you'll just click this button here. But if you want to live preview some of these, you can. For some reason, it's defaulting to white, but we can change that here, of course. And I'll give, even though I don't have a beard, I'll give him a beard. Let me select some brown, I guess. Yeah, okay. So next category is lips. And again, I don't know why they would give you the ability to get rid of lips, but you can if you want. Again, sort of limited selection, but there's enough, I would say, to choose from. So we'll go ahead and I like this first mouth that it was. You'll need white, Dr. Bridges. Okay. So I like that first mouth there. We'll leave it there. But, you know, if you have a female and you're giving her bigger lips, you can change the color of that down here. Okay, next category is the ears. And there's a decent amount to choose from there. You know, most people don't give too much thought to what the ears look like, but you do have the ability to change it up there. Next category is more facial hair, but things like goatees and mustaches and that sort of thing. But I've already got a beard going on, so I don't need to do that. Then the next category is eyes. And there's not a ton to choose from here either, but this can usually cover just about most people's eye color if you're trying to match a specific person. Mine are kind of greenish blue, so we'll go with that. Again, eye color you can change down here. Well, eyelid, sorry, on top if there are upper lids, and then under that the actual eye color itself. Next category, eyebrows. Again, like the ears, you don't put too much thought into the eyebrows usually, but you have the ability to sort of change them up and look at them if you'd like. And then, of course, change the color down here. Next category, noses. There's a lot of noses, in my opinion. And so you can kind of cycle through and see what you like. I have a pretty big nose, so we'll just leave that there. Next category is glasses and sunglasses. So, you know, if you wanted to put some on your character, you can try them out. Now, the glasses tend to sort of be fixed to certain points on the head. So depending on the type of eyes your character has and the type of head, sometimes it won't quite line up with the eyes and it'll look a little off. So if you notice that, you may have to forego the glasses. But for this head shape, it seems to be working pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and select those and we'll make them. Oh, those are the lenses. So, well, top is lens, bottom is actual, no, I'm sorry. Bottom is lens, top is actually frame color. So there we go. So I'll make them green. We'll just go crazy here. So next category is more accessories, basically, for your person to wear if you want them to wear something. So you've got everything from facial pieces like earrings and scars and random moles, I guess, and freckles, and then hats. And again, some of the hats can be, depending on the head size, can be a little misfitting, but a lot of the time they'll fit just fine. And unlike the other pieces, these accessories will stack one on top of the other instead of removing the previous one and putting the new one on. So down here at the very bottom, if you see them stacking and you're not wanting them all on there, you can click the little trash can and delete them. So let me just go ahead and give him a, I guess, a Roman soldier hat. All right, so if you're okay with your character and you're ready to save them and move on, once you've reached the end category, you can preview, which will just kind of open them in a window, but you've got a preview showing here, so I usually don't find that button necessary. But you'll come over here to the little disk icon and save them. And keep in mind, this program is, GoAnimate is all web-based, so depending on your internet speed and browser pieces and all that goes into making the web page work, and even on their end as a company, if it's slow for any reason, that's to be expected. But we usually don't have much trouble getting things to load or save. So now you can see the character we just created. It's in our custom character bin, and so now that we've created this character, let me kind of backtrack here a little bit and go back to the themed area and just highlight a little bit about two of my favorite themes. So Comedy World, that was the world we just created that particular character in, so you kind of got to see the options for creating within that theme. But now let's go to the anime world, and let me just quickly show you. I won't go through each category, but I want to show you the options that are available here. So these are custom characters that have been created, so let's click that plus sign again, and we'll select a female this time. So while some of these would not be appropriate for what you would want to use here at Trevecca, it does give the characters more of a stylized look. So it kind of, for me, if I'm getting tired of using Comedy World or vice versa, I'll usually switch between the two. So again, you've got lots of options there to change up. And like I said, not everything is appropriate, but obviously we all know, have an idea of what's appropriate and what isn't. So, but you can see, let me jog through these real quick. There's just a lot of options here in this theme as well. And because anime is going to be more stylized, some things may look silly, but it's usually because they're trying to match, the real style of animation that a lot of people know and recognize. So that's why some of these things, if you're not familiar with anime, you may go, really? There's just this little hat or whatever, but it makes sense in that tradition. So you can just see that's very stylized and just a nice change up from the more kind of crude Comedy World animation. Let me go back to the anime world and go to make a video real quick, and I'll show you some of their backgrounds, because we've seen the Comedy World backgrounds previously, but I just wanted to show you what some of these environments look like in the anime theme. So a lot of them are very detailed and rich, and so that's why I use, other than Comedy World, I use the anime theme because there's a lot of possibilities there. So just a lot of rich backgrounds. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out that's not specific to the characters, but if you were going to create a character, you might want to know, what kind of theme they're coming from. So, okay, so what I want to do now is basically show you. So if you've created a custom character and you're ready to use it, how do you get to it and how do you import it into a project? So let's say I've created a character and I now want to use them in a video. If you're on the theme page, you can click make a video or make a video up here, but we'll go into Comedy World because that's where I created this character. And we'll let this load here. And so if I'm ready to use my character, over here on the side we've got several tabs, and they break down by backgrounds, characters, props, text, and sounds. And again, it's sorted to Comedy World, so it assumes, because I'm in this theme, that I just want to use those pieces. So all you'll have to do to find your character is go to Characters. And as you can see, all the custom characters that I've created will show here. And so the one we made just a little while ago shows there, and all I have to do is click on him. Let me go back here. All I have to do is click on him, and he'll be loaded into my scene. And then we'll cover more in the future on actually using them in the scene, but this allows you to basically treat them like you would one of the pre-made characters, or so it's easy to use and easy to get your character loaded in. So it's one of those things that really doesn't take much time, and especially if you're going for a particular look on a character or you're trying to mimic a real person, it really doesn't take much time at all to create that character. So if you ever wanted to load a particular character from another theme, you can do that too. So what I did was, we were in Comedy World over here in this drop down menu, and let's say I made an anime character, then I wanted to use him in this Comedy World theme. All I have to do is click Animate, and again, these tabs all tie to whatever theme we've selected. So now I see all the anime pieces, and I could load a random anime environment if I wanted to, and same with characters. So the anime characters that I've created in the past all show up, and if I wanted to load one, I could. And so clicking on them, I can combine two different types of characters in one scene. So that's kind of cool. But it's good to kind of stay in one theme if you can, but it's nice to be able to mix different backgrounds and characters should you need to. So that's basically everything I wanted to cover today on character creation. It's really very simple, and I really encourage, if you're interested at all in creating your own character or making your own videos, just let us know, and we'll create a login for you in GoAnimate, and you can play around and really see if you like using it and maybe want to incorporate it into a course. I know I haven't really paused for questions, but I figured you would throw a question up, Dr. Bridges, if you had one. Dr. Bridges, I just, since we're just loading the characters, I didn't really cover it. I just clicked a button on out of habit, but it's something we'll cover in a future training. But it was just a preloaded running animation. So let me just click stand. That way he stands there. But yeah, so when I wanted to incorporate him into the scene, you'll find your character and click him, and then he'll appear. So that's really all I wanted to show, that piece. But we'll cover movement and actually creating videos in a future one. Any other questions about anything? Okay, great. Yeah, we wanted to make sure that we sort of broke things down in smaller chunks. That way we're not covering too much that might kind of be conducive to losing details. So yeah, so this one was more abbreviated than some in the past, but we wanted to start with just creating characters, since that can seem daunting, but it's not. Okay, well, if you don't have any questions, I really want to thank you for attending, Dr. Bridges. And like I said, if you have any questions, just send me an email or contact Demetrius if you would like to actually have a license to use the program, and we'll do that for you. All right.